Speaking freedom. Speaking freedom. Giving you the answers to be free. Be free. Be free. 'Cause we're speaking freedom.
We keep it rocking. Okay, so tried to do a video while I was getting my car service. Did not work out like I had planned. So I'm gonna do the video and start it all over again. I don't know. So in the previous setting, whether it was a caption or a video post of some sort, I stated that I was not going to be discussing relationships anymore. And I wanted to kind of clarify that and give it a little bit more depth because the truth is, what I realized is that oftentimes I used to see things that weren't visible to other onlookers, and I would end up calling out things that had not yet played out, which I can say that there is a bunch of I told you so's, especially in recent news and events. But when so I am not saying that I am not going to discuss relationship topics, or that I am not going to help with public relationship issues. However, what I will not be doing is identifying things that the public may not have noticed in a way that other people can pick up on. There was some content a while back where I stated some things that I had noticed that hadn't happened, and people thought I was tripping. Come to find out, the shit played out just the way I said it did, or the way that the underlying behavior patterns and observational cues in which that I liken to, there's a lot of things that I see that I can tell, body language, the way people move and how they, communicate, how they operate, just how they interact with the people that they're around. So I am not saying that I will not be talking about public relationship matters. Because if I see something that is worthy of conversation and discussing, then I am going to talk about it. However, if I notice anything, I may be more likely to make notes about what I've noticed now, and or contact the person or people involved directly so that I can express my observation to them more so than like making it be a public blasting type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not looking to blast people or try to make people feel bad or look bad or anything like that. And especially after I got so agitated by that damn I need a girl shit and Puff and Kim and shit. And, I didn't go too far. Somebody should have said that shit to his ass long goddamn time ago when the shit was goddamn going on. But sometimes the truth hurts and the truth needs to be spoken. I just don't want to speak to truths that hasn't been actual or experienced yet so much, because I don't want to speak anything in existence over any couples or in relationships. However, when I think about that song that Kanye made, she'll get on your nerves if you let her, something. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to say nothing. Everybody, that type shit. I feel like I should be able to speak to that, because literally he described her bothering his damn nerves. When I used to talk, make comments and stuff to Devon and make it good, they used to be like, oh, we're just so happy, da 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 da. And I used to be like, yeah, that shit be looking good, but there is some things that, you know what I'm saying? And now look where we are. But, so, and I'm saying that because it is still important for me to talk about relationships. I mean, shit, if it's in the media, I discuss it in a way that can help the community to grow and build and learn from it. I help turn those tough times into lessons learned that transitions into blessings received, manifested, and then, you know, hopefully it grows and you know, goes beyond your belief. So, within saying that, this topic that I wanted to talk about, so over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I just watched a business owner family. It's like, I just watched something explode. So a couple weeks ago, somebody shouted out somebody that worked for their company. I start following them because, you know, I support the person that shouted the person out. Was thinking about, you know, doing a couple of different things. So I was like, okay, let me, you know, follow the people that she say, you know what I'm saying, or that they say is, you know, their people. As soon as I followed, maybe about a week later, it was like the shit hit the motherfucking fan again. And it was crazy because this person started talking about different secrets or things that she knew from this person and the person's relationship. So one of the things that came up is the person that I just started recently following posted that the other person's child was like, you know, my mama or my parent or my daddy, you know, they act like I don't exist since they got this new person in their life. And, you know, I had been noticing things, and it was, and I'm trying to be very broad about what I'm saying, because I don't know if everybody has tapped into this, but I really wanted to speak on it because it led to the person posting a question about whether or not, now if you follow this person and if you've seen the question, now you know who I'm talking about. But if you don't, then just listen to what I'm saying. Who comes first? Your significant other, spouse, or your children? And my original response was, your children are forever. It's nothing that you can do. It's nobody that comes in your life that can replace your children. So, but if your children are priority for you, then you have to be with somebody that thinks that your child is a priority for them too. This is the reason why I only want to be with somebody who has children, because if you have children, then you understand what role I take on as a parent, putting my children before everything. So the response that I had is, you know, you should get with somebody that's on your level of parenting. You shouldn't get with somebody that's going to make it hard for you to be a parent, that wants to be in a position where they're more important than your child. Because guess what? If something happens to that person, you still have to be a mom. When your child, I don't care how old your child is, you still are that child's parent. That child still needs you. Now, yes, you should build a life on your own. No, you should not let adult children rain on your parade if they are selfishly asking you not to be with anybody, or if they find a problem with everybody. But if you are with somebody and your child sees an issue, there is a possibility that you are overlooking it because of your bliss in love. That, you know what I'm saying? If it was somebody else, you'd be looking like, oh yeah, I see that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the same thing the child said, I kind of felt too. Because let me tell you something. If you are a millionaire, 100,000-aire, nigga, if you got any type of money and you are the type of person that buy your significant other everything, if that person is not on the same level as you and you offer to upgrade them, there are not many people that's gonna say no because they don't like you or because you not really, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so crazy. And I want to say this publicly because it's very disturbing, the relationship in sorts, because even if in this particular situation, the person is using the other person, I personally seen the other person do some revenge porn type shit and like put the whole person's pussy on the motherfucking internet. Like, and the person was like, why are you doing this? And that was disturbing to me. Like, I watched, seen it. I'll leave my comments for myself. But that was disturbing because it wasn't like the person was consenting to have her vagina on the goddamn internet. She didn't say, here, I want you to play with my pussy online. I might do some shit like that. I might want my nigga to play with my pussy and record it. And depending on what the situation may be, I might put that shit on my IG. You know what I'm saying? But for a person to go in your pants, not only go in your pants, but film going in your pants and then move your underwear, or if you didn't have underwear, put your shit on display, and you're asking why they're doing that. Honey, you need to be spoiled. You should be, one, you really shouldn't be in a relationship where a person will violate you like that if you're not consenting to have that done to you. But if you're going to stay in a relationship like that, then that motherfucker owed the fuck down. And it's crazy because, again, I really don't like to speak to other people's relationships because sometimes I be pointing out shit that goddamn, you know what I'm saying, they might not have ever noticed. They might not ever, you know what I'm saying, had a problem with. But then I say something or I point it out like, do you see this? Because I definitely think that there are a lot of women that will be with a man or a woman just because they got money. I bet you if motherfuckers let me get a couple million in the bank, I bet you, like, from just having the success that I have right now, there are bitches that would try to be my bitch, even though I don't like women, just because I'm successful, just because they want to see what they can get from me, or get from being connected to me. Especially if people think that we super close or together. Like, a lot of people don't realize it, and it's not something that just started. It's not really a social media thing. It's just that when you have money now, social media exposes who you are to other people, so people can search you out and, you know what I'm saying, be open to you just because you got money, because that's just the way people are. Now, the other thing that I wanted to say is I hate when people immediately meet somebody and within 6 months they get married and then they already talked about breaking up before. And I'm not trying, this is the reason why I don't want to do this stuff about relationships, but this is something that has been on my mind extremely crazy, and I hate when I get close to somebody or learn something or and I don't want to use it against you at all. But the way my mind and my soul works is once I'm exposed to something, it's like my soul works nonstop to help and figure out what is wrong, what needs to be fixed, and what solutions can be given to help the situation, if any. I mean, I literally start posting some shit just because I want you to know that I seen that shit. Listen, it does not help me at all to speak on anybody's relationship ever. I've helped a lot of relationships, a whole fucking lot. But if you are getting married and you haven't had a serious conversation about how you deal with certain things and, you know, your priorities and what's important, and if we got to do better, because getting married is just not something you do off of a whim just because you have good sex, or, you know what I'm saying, a motherfucker pussy wet, or they dick big, or, you know what I'm saying, they got a nice job or career. Because guess what? As quick as they get it, they can lose it. They can go bankrupt. They can be sued. All these things can happen, and I wish no bad on anyone. I really hope that everybody continues to prosper, be in good health, even as your soul prospers. You know what I'm saying? But the reality remains the facts that's already been spoken of. So, people need to hear the truth. A lot of times people don't even know or can't even recognize it. Sometimes you could be so close to a situation that you can't even see the shit that's going on because you in it. Versus when you take a step back and now you can see, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? So, I am still going to be discussing things in relationships that I see. I'm not trying to expose anyone for anything that's not already known publicly. Everything that I be talking about, it be shit that people already know, unless I'm talking about some shit that's like, I be talking about me and I try to, you know what I'm saying, talk about other little shit, and people may not really know what I'm talking about, but if you know, then you get it. But even then, it is important to not just talk about spirituality, to not just talk about sex and sexuality, but to talk about real things that I see going on in relationships so that I can help as many people as I can. A lot of people will ask, well, Kaci, Dr. Kaci, since that's what you want to be called now. Well, why aren't you in a relationship? Because I see too much shit going on in relationships. Shit. I am going to be a little bit harder to impress and a little bit harder to appeal to, simply because I am low tolerance and I have a keen sense of observation. So if something don't add up, then I'm okay with being single. I like my peace. Celibacy hasn't been bad for me. But yeah. So I'm not in a relationship currently because I see what people in relationships do. And until I can find somebody that's on my level, I'd rather be single than be somebody's motherfucking fool. Okay. So with that being said, that's all that I have for right now. I will try to do more videos because I've been uploading content and doing other interviews and show guest appearances. And because I'm doing that, I'm often able to talk about things instead of doing the videos here. But I gotta go. Love you. Bye. Speaking Freedom presents Good Head Group, providing advanced spiritual studies and personal developmental insight. Brought to you by Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We look forward to helping you grow in all the areas of your life. We hope that you find all the information needed for your growth. God bless. Please listen to all disclaimers provided. If you are currently under physician's care, please maintain that relationship. This is not intended to stop your current treatment plan. If you need physician care, please seek out medical attention. Please note, all results are based on the individual's ability to adapt and adjust to any given environment and situation. We are not responsible for your results at Speaking Freedom. The life enhancement coaches at Speaking Freedom provide information to help you grow. You are responsible for maintaining that growth, taking on and then applying the information to your individual life as you deem needed and necessary. This may contain and explain explicit content. Please use parental discretion. For best results, you will need an open mind, the ability to research, and a balanced lifestyle.
Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.
Hi, I'm Kaci, Dr. Kaci to be exact, owner of Speaking Freedom LLC, Love Gang, and Good Head Group LLC. I am also a certified life coach and host of Speaking Freedom Radio and TV. Although I have recently became an ordained minister, please be aware that I am still me, raw and uncut the way God made me and allowed life to shape me. I pray and expect God to use me for people who can receive the way I communicate, as well as my delivery. I am not for those who are already saved, religious, or super deep. I am for the leaders, hustlers, and street influencers around the world, including pimps, killers, drug dealers, and working girls. I am sharing my experiences and perspective to help someone be inspired to be better. And for those who can identify with the various aspects of my mindset. My mindset alone does not determine the status of any active connections or current relationships that have not already been specifically addressed. Additionally, these recordings should not be taken personally if I have not already spoken to you about the topic or expressed that I have an issue. These recordings are a part of my life's work to document my experience, perspective, and to see how life has shaped me. My plan in using my stories publicly and socially is to encourage growth in those who can identify with the experiences and find inspiration in my life to heal and overcome the path that they've been set on, no matter what they face, as according to the purpose of their soul, until healing takes place. Despite the experiences that I may have had with any person, sometimes known and unknown, I hold no grudges, no hate, no bitterness, or any other ill feelings against anyone. I pray that your life is whole and very fruitful. I forgive you as I hope that you forgive me if I have wronged you or anyone that you know or anyone who listens to me. I pray that you have peace and extend the same grace to others. I have love for everyone, especially on a human level, despite flaws or experiences. But that doesn't mean that I will associate or be close to every human that I know or meet. I've experienced a very eventful life and truly believe that my mindset and story based on experiences could help those who identify with how I think and are looking for inspiration to grow further, go beyond hurt, and be great. I pray that these recordings bless you and your soul in every way, in whatever way God has intended. Sending love and light to all. Thanks for listening. Achieve your dreams.